Okay. So I'm just trying to connect to feel into your energy a little bit, looking, listening, seeing if there's anyone up here in spirit for you too. Okay. Your energy is really calm. I feel like you're really calm. I feel like you're a very matter of fact type person. So yeah, you just really like have like a nice calming energy. So I'm really feeling that right now. Thank you. All right. So let's see what else we get here. I feel like you're working really hard, Bev. I feel like you're doing a lot of things. I feel like you're really being like, I feel like you're caregiving a lot. I see you really being busy around children. I can see you really organizing a lot of things in family household. That's really what they're showing me is like you really at the helm, you know, like you really managing a lot of stuff. So they're really talking about self-care, making sure that you're taking care of yourself. Okay. I'm also feeling like quite a bit of tension in my neck. And that always for me is about like holding things, you know, like you're holding a lot of things up and you kind of need to like rest a little bit. So I'm really asking you here to find a bit of time for self-care, whether that's a bath or a walk or just sitting with a cup of tea in the morning, whatever the case may be. It's really important that you're taking care of yourself and giving yourself a little bit of time to give back to yourself, kind of away from all your responsibilities. The other thing too is that, you know, people will figure it out. They'll fend for themselves. Sometimes it's like, no, you get your own snack, or no, you know, you figure that out for yourself, because I feel like at the moment that you really, you know, you take on a lot. And I think that people, you know, they can sometimes do it themselves. Okay. So let's see what kind of cards we get. Aw. All right, cool. All right. So one of the things that they're talking about here is really being aware of all your blessings, which I feel like you already do that really well, but it's really coming back to that. But what I want to enforce with this card for you, it's about your blessings to yourself. It's about honoring your beautiful body, and it's about honoring your heart, and honoring how hard you're working, and honoring all the things that you're doing, and honoring how far you've come. You know, I feel like this is a blessing, and it's not the same advice I'm going to give to the last person who had this card, which was write a gratitude journal. Although if you want to do that, that would be great. This is a lot about you honoring you. This is a lot about you honoring your divine feminine and your masculine side, of course, but it's a lot about you nurturing and giving back to yourself. I feel like you've been neglected a little bit. And so I really want you to take some time to see to yourself, well, how can I give back to myself? How can I treat myself nicely? How can I do something that's just for me and not for anybody else? One of the entrepreneurs that I follow is Rachel Rogers. She's just so awesome. She's got a really fabulous book. I think it's called We Were All Meant to Be Millionaires or something like that. But she talks a lot about work-life balance with a family and running a 7-figure business. And on social media the other day, she had a photo of her, and she was in her fabulous closet, and she was sitting there eating a piece of cake. And the caption was something along the lines of how she's sitting in her closet eating cake because she didn't want to share her cake with her kids. She wanted to eat the whole piece herself. So I feel like there's something with you for you within that story. But Rachel Rogers is just so awesome. I really highly recommend checking out her work. Okay, one of the things that they're talking about as well is that you're very, very strong and that you can do a lot. But it's a lot about you making sure that you're balancing the giving with the receiving, and making sure that you're taking care of your own temple. I feel like there's a lot of emphasis here on you taking care of your body. I think you mentioned that you do get outside quite a bit. So continue to do that. That would be really good. Now, what they're talking about, the overarching card here is a lot about courage and having courage. So I'm not sure if there's a situation coming up that you need courage for, but you know, you are really strong and you can do it. So for you to have a lot of courage, you really want to enforce the solar plexus chakra, which is in the tummy area. That's yellow. You want to wear yellows. You want to eat yellow foods, you know, things like that. Bring in yellows. Now, the other thing that they're telling me is, yeah, I get that. Is like to work with Archangel Ariel. Archangel Ariel is amazing, and her compass is the lion, and she's all about courage and doing so in a really like a feminine, in a strong feminine way. Claire Stone wrote the amazing book. I always tout it. It's called The Female Archangels, and she's got an amazing chapter that's all about working with Archangel Ariel. And if you just want to listen to the the audiobook while you're out doing things in the car or whatever. That might be a really good idea, or read it, of course. I have both versions. And then finally coming up for you, it's a lot of good luck here. This is a lot about, you moving forward. There's that cat that I saw earlier, which is really interesting. So I don't think the cat, I'm just seeing if they're here. Can you let me know if this cat's for you? But I really feel it was like for Bernadette, because he showed up as soon as I was tapping into her energy. But that cat looks exactly like the cat that I was seeing. So I just wanted to bring that up for a second. And I just wanted to say that, there's a lot of luck. There's a lot of good fortune that's really coming up for you. So it's just about, honoring, giving back to your own self, letting other people make some decisions for themselves. That's also how they figure things out. And then just remembering that you are really strong and really courageous, and you can accomplish anything you set your mind to. So hopefully you found that helpful. Thank you. Okay. Okay, and Bev, you said great connection, spot on. I'm on my way back to being me. Lots of work being done, slowly but surely. Need more courage. The thing is that it's going slow, like you said. It's those small little steps to take us into the direction that we want to go. Self-care doesn't have to be a huge thing. It could be looking at yourself in the mirror in the morning and going, hey, you're awesome. Thank you for everything that you're doing. Or saying to your ankles or your legs, thank you so much for being so strong and walking me around. Just taking some of those micro minutes to just acknowledge the things about yourself and how great you are. And then you'll find that those actually create windows of time to do more and more and more. Also, if you get up 15 minutes earlier every day, you get back another 3.3 days a year. So the morning is a really great time for self-care before the house, sort of wakes up, sitting with a cup of tea, journaling. Oh, I get that. They're talking about morning pages for you. So I'm not sure if you've looked at the book, The Artist's Way. Please have a Google of that. I feel like morning pages would be very good for you, and it would be a project that you would enjoy, and it would be something that I think that would start helping you feel a lot more confident getting back into your writing. Okay.